In a quaint suburban neighborhood, where every house looked nearly identical, lived a woman named Clara. She had recently moved in, and while she was polite and courteous, something about her always seemed off. The neighbors couldn't quite place it, but there was a palpable sense of unease whenever she was around. One particularly hot summer evening, the Johnsons next door were having a barbecue. The smell of grilled meat wafted through the air, mingling with the distant laughter of children playing in the street. Clara, as usual, kept to herself, sitting alone on her porch with a glass of iced tea. Her eyes, however, were not on the festive scene next door, but fixed on the Johnsons' backyard with an unsettling intensity. As the night progressed, the laughter from the barbecue faded and the neighborhood quieted. Clara's house remained dark except for a single dim light in the living room. Through the curtains, a flicker of movement was occasionally visible, but no one thought much of it. Around midnight, Clara quietly left her house and slipped into the Johnsons' backyard, which was now bathed in the eerie glow of moonlight. She moved with deliberate stealth, avoiding the light and sticking to the shadows. Inside the house, the Johnsons had fallen asleep, their home silent except for the occasional creak of settling wood. Clara's path led her to the back door, which she found unlocked. It was a small oversight, but in a neighborhood where everyone knew each other, it was not entirely surprising. She slipped inside, her footsteps muffled by the thick carpet. The Johnsons' home was quiet, save for the rhythmic ticking of an old grandfather clock. Clara ascended the stairs with careful precision, stopping at the bedroom door. She slowly turned the handle and peered inside. The parents, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, were asleep, their breathing steady and deep. In a nearby crib, their baby stirred slightly, but remained blissfully unaware of the danger lurking. Clara took a deep breath and stepped inside, a chilling calmness in her eyes. She approached the crib, her shadow falling over the infant. Her hand reached out, trembling slightly as she lifted a delicate, ornate knife from the pocket of her coat. The blade caught the moonlight, gleaming coldly. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the house. A book had fallen from a shelf, knocking over a picture frame. The noise jolted Clara from her trance. She froze, looking around wildly, her eyes wide with panic. The Johnsons stirred in their bed, Mr. Johnson groggily reaching for his phone, unaware of the imminent threat. Clara, realizing she had been nearly discovered, backed away from the crib, her face pale with fear and guilt. She fled the house, exiting through the back door and disappearing into the night. The next morning, the Johnsons discovered the broken book and the open back door. They checked on their baby, who was unharmed, but the unsettling feeling lingered. It wasn't until the police were called and Clara's house was searched that they discovered a chilling collection of photographs. Snapshots of every neighbor, taken from inside their homes, revealing the same disturbing obsession Clara had with each of them. Clara was never found, her disappearance adding another layer to the mystery of her disturbing behavior. The neighborhood never quite felt the same, and the image of Clara's intent gaze lingered in the back of many minds, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying threats are closer than we realize.